Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sippy Cups and Startups. My name is Lauren, and I'm joined here by the beautiful Megan.
Hello.
Who is the founder of Apples and Banonos. And not only are we your hosts of Sippy Cups and Startups, but we are also proud mamas, mompreneurs.
Yes.
Who have started startups.
Yes.
Over the last couple of years, small businesses. And we are here today to focus on Apples and Banonos and talk about everything that makes you. Why you've done it, why you got into the crazy about your business, and we're here for it. So let's jump right into it, you guys. But first, cheers to the hustle.
Cheers, hustle.
For everyone just joining, just know that these are true sippy cups. They actually came with little plastic inserts that we didn't know how to use because they are actually made for children.
Yes.
Or marketed to children.
Also, we had to switch over to these because I had a party foul of bringing a wine glass. So now we're using this.
Our first time filming ever, yes.
Yes.
One of my wine glasses,
now
which I'm
we're
sure
here.
We'll have in a blooper section somewhere.
Yes.
But
pop up.
Yeah. But the reason for these, to bring a little bit of attention to them, because not only are they cute and a fun color, but they are filled with wine, because with every good mom and every good parent and every good business comes a little bit of a headache and a little bit of a need for relaxation, in my personal opinion.
Yes, an unwind.
Yes.
Anything that you find that you can take a step away from.
Exactly.
And tonight
we're cheersing to that.
Yes.
So let's jump into it. I want to talk about Apples and Banonos because that's why we're here on our Minisode, so that you guys can get to know who we are and what we do. And I think that Apples and Banonos is, very near and dear to my heart because I adore you and your family. But what you guys have created has been amazing.
Thank you.
So why don't you give us a little bit of a debrief about what is this brand that you started?
Yes. Okay. So my husband and I, we didn't have any kids at the time, and he's a cosmetic formulator. So he does this as a living all the time. So he works with chemicals. He makes a lot of products for everyone, weird, obscure things even. And so then I got pregnant with our first, and I was pregnant using this lotion, and he was looking through the stuff that I bought and I was using, and he was like, "Are you using this currently?" And I was like, "Yes, it says for pregnant women on it." And he goes, "Stop using this immediately. There are chemicals that will go through your skin barrier into the placenta to the baby, and this could be harmful for them." And I was like, "Oh," stopped using that immediately. My eyes were like open completely, and I was like, "So what else am I doing that could affect this?" So then fast forward a little bit, we had our kids, and since he's also, a formulator and in the business, I was like, well, light bulb, why don't we just make our own to make the things better, safer, easier, but great for our own kids. So that's how Apples and Banonos started.
That's interesting because I feel like I am a label reader when it comes to food.
Yes.
And I wouldn't say I'm necessarily like I'm not a crunchy mom. Yeah. I'm a midway to crunchy mom. I'm a scrunchy.
I think that's it. That's the word.
Yes. We're scrunchy parents. It's like I try to read labels that go that my kids are ingesting on a day to day, but throw occasional bowl of Fruit Loops at them also.
Yep.
But I tend to not focus on products I'm putting on skin, and that's like alarming to me.
Yes.
So when you brought it up to me, or when I asked when we first met, and Jack was telling me what he did, and products he didn't like, or things that were ingredients that were being used in products that he didn't like, that was a little bit alarming to me because I didn't realize just how much of that is entering into our children and into us, but more importantly as moms, we kind of focus in on that.
So it's really interesting too, because we almost know too much now as a company, where Jack knows so much, where he makes this stuff, he formulates it, he manufactures it for people, like he makes all these products, and so he knows the ins and outs of like every chemical, where if I get a product for myself, or like if I was given something, he looks through it and he's like, well, that's very pore clogging, that chemical is, or this I wouldn't use that one, that's not really good for you, or that can get into your system. And I'm always like, so what am I allowed to,
what can I use?
Yes. And I just feel like kind of lost, and then he points me in the right direction. But it's such an interesting thing where it's like, I myself, even as a business owner of a skincare brand for kids, and I will pick up a bottle of other people's products and I'll be like, okay, blue, blah, blue, blue, gibberish, gibberish, gibberish. And you have no idea what these things mean.
And you're not going to sit and Google it in the middle of Target.
I mean, yeah,
Target doesn't even have like service at all half the time.
So hopefully then
for that reason.
Yeah, hopefully their marketing is like being truthful, but you know, a lot of the times then we've also found is it looks like it's good for you, and a lot of the time it's not. And they're trying to hide a lot of stuff in there.
Which is a good segue into how your name came about.
Yes.
Because this is so cute and so clever. And
the no-no list.
The no-no list, which I think my kids don't even pay attention to the no-no, but they can't say apples and bananas anymore.
No, they only
it's just apples and bananos.
They're gonna go to school and the teachers are gonna be like, "What?"
Yeah, we're starting kindergarten this year, and Indy has no idea. He only says apples and bananos because of your product. But explain how the name came about and what is actually on the no-no list.
Yes. Okay, so I'm the creative side of the company, and you know, we were brainstorming and we're like, okay, like, what are we gonna do with this? So, like, here's this whole list of like, you know, like no parabens, no, you know, all these dangerous chemicals that we're trying to avoid for all of our kids. So it was like, no, 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 no. So then I was like, no, apples and bananas. I was like, oh, great. Let's see if that's taken. Nope. We snagged it.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
It's so catchy too.
I mean, it turned out really nice, and it's funny because you know people will read it and it'll be apples and bananos, and then they'll turn over our bottle and then it'll be a no-no list, and they'll be like, "Oh, I get it."
And that's what's so like nice and clear about it too, because you read the brand name and you're like, "Okay, apples and bananos," and then you're like, and then on the bottle,
which says our no-no list,
you have it linked below.
Yes,
it has the no-no list, and it's so apparent like what those things are that it almost forces you to Google them all.
Yes,
and then you are like, oh crap,
yes,
I didn't realize.
Yes. Well, even more hidden things too, and like I'm sure over the years and like over time our no-no list will just keep growing because there's a lot of stuff out there that's like, ooh, maybe avoid that. And so you know, it's really nice as a side of it as kind of like education to parents as well, because I didn't know, so now I know. So
well, I didn't know. Right. I mean, I just, again, like I try to do my semi homesteading, but I don't think about that other side of like what else is in our day to day that we're using and consuming. And, you know, because it's like, oh, it's there and it's readily available at any store. You're going to grab it, but you're not going to think about what's on it until you hear about.
So it's going on your skin, getting in your eyes, getting like kind of in your mouth, like then it goes through your skin into your other systems, like your bloodstream, into your like gut health. It's like, oh, all this stuff is so crazy, really bad.
Like, okay, because I'm sure you were like this, because I feel like every first time mom, right? You buy baby clothes, and the first thing you do is you wash them, with like baby approved laundry detergent,
and you're like, wait,
and then there's like a segue into like everything else. There's like this weird gap when it's like sometimes you're focusing on food, you're trying to make sure your baby is like fed, but then you forget everything else that you're using on your baby. And I feel like body wash and lotions and shampoos are something that like I never even thought of, but I was like, oh, everything must be washed a certain way for my newborn, and that was it. It kind of stopped there, which that's alarming, because it should be like, if you're going to invest in that kind of product and that kind of lifestyle and that's what you want for your child, you should be doing your research on all ends.
So then also to tie in, you know, apples and bananas into the name, we also have like banana extract in there and like apple seed extract. So like we're also trying to tie in, you know, the benefits of those products, but then also like the name, and like we're trying to tie it all together.
So. And I can vouch that Ireland, my daughter, loves it. But her hair smells so good afterwards. I feel like I'm just like,
a cute little fresh apple scent. We also have a vegan unscented.
Oh.
Yeah. So for the people out there that are like, I don't know about the scented and fragrance, or if they want that, then we also have the option of vegan unscented if they want to also.
Like granola flavor.
No, no. It's actually it's like very like just nothing scented. That's crazy.
Smart.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Okay, so I'm a scented person. Like I love to like smell scent, because like, and I'm always like self-conscious, like, oh, I feel like I smell, you know, because I'm like running around. I went to the store the other day because I needed laundry detergent, and I was like going through the aisles looking for stuff, and I was like wanted a new scent in our house, and I picked this brand because the packaging looked like clean and pure.
Of course.
And I was like, oh, it's gonna smell like clean fragrance, right? I got home, and 0 cent.
Yeah.
And Greg was so excited. He's like, I actually prefer that. It's I'm like washing everything right now. It's like what I have in my house. But like nothing has a scent. But I do kind of actually appreciate that too a little bit, because I feel like it's just doing its job.
Right.
Because if it does smell like something, why does it smell that way? Which yours is different, because yours smells, you took out all the bad stuff.
Yes.
Everything that's in it is still good for you and still smells good.
Right. So it was actually really interesting. The vegan unscented was actually inspired by a parent that reached out to us, because she DM'd me and she was like, I'm really strict on chemicals just like your company is, but I see that you add in a fresh apple scent for your body wash and shampoo. And I said, okay, challenge accepted. Would you like to be the test market for a vegan unscented one? And she said yes. So we sent it to her. She tried it out, this like random parent that DM'd me. And I said,
That's
okay,
cool.
Give me feedback, because, I'm making this for parents. And I was like, what better feedback could I get than from a parent that wanted something specific? So I was like, okay, you try this out. Tell me if you like it, and we'll make it. So we did.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Being able to give the option is nice.
So literally, if you guys message us or like, DM me or whatever, it's us answering, and we take the feedback and we're like, hey, that is a great idea. Let's make that.
Because I feel like your best ideas do come from like feedback that you get. It's like, I mean, that's who you're selling to. You're selling
customers.
To customers and to moms who are looking for something specific for the kid, and they can't find that because there's a void in the market for it. Right. So if you're able to kind of cure that, that's great. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your timing, because you're a new mom.
Oh my goodness.
She's on baby number 3.
I have 3 kids under 5.
And you launched at the same time that you had your 3rd.
Yes, I did.
So why for anyone who's watching and wants to know about timing and should I start a business? Is now a good time? Why now?
So I feel like just with like the question of, when should we have a kid, or, should we do this? There's never a good time. It's just, you just do it, you pull the trigger, you either do the thing or you don't. So that was kind of like, we were like that with this business, where we're like, let's just do it. Let's just go. And I feel like I'm always like a yes person, where it's just like, if any opportunity comes up to me, hence the podcast, it's like, it's just like, do you want to do this? Yes. And then I always figure it out, where it's like, I always say yes. And then I'm like, okay,
how are you going to make it work in your schedule?
Yes. Yeah. I'm always like that. Anything. And it like kind of shoots me in the foot sometimes, but like most of the time it's like, okay, this is great.
So when you first brought this to Jack, and you were like, this is what we're going to do, we're going to formulate this, tell us about the process, like the behind the scenes process, like what that looks like in a lab, because I've seen you guys in your hairnets and your lab coats.
Okay, so
which is cute.
I also we'll
probably post a picture about that because it's cute, and the kids. The girls are so cute in it. But
they come in and help
tell us about the behind the scenes.
So I actually go in and help him with his other side of the business when he formulates for other customers and manufacturers. So top to bottom of that business, I can do everything except for formulate. That's not my specialty. I don't have that side of my brain. So I'm sitting there, I'm filling bottles, I'm doing labels, I can mix samples. So we were just in the lab, and we were trying to figure out, okay, like, add this in. And then he's saying, like, should we make this, like a thicker or thinner? And we're like trying to figure out of those things. And, I have a video on our Instagram, top to bottom, showing how we make our products so that you can see what goes into it and like how we make it. Yeah. Because I feel like that vulnerability, and for everyone to see like what's in this, or what am I buying, or it's that transparency of what you're getting. Because otherwise, if you buy something from a large company, it's like, who knows who made that? They probably didn't care. They just want to make money, and there goes. Like, they could be hiding stuff, and it's just the hiding stuff in their ingredients. But instead, we're like, ask me anything, or I'll show you how we do this, or
you're like bringing back the Mr. Rogers Neighborhood vibe of like getting behind the scenes.
Should I put on my shoes and like my sweater?
That would actually be so cute. Okay, because honestly, growing up, I used to watch that show, and I feel like my favorite part was the how it's made. Like, how do you make a crayon?
Yes.
I remember that like it was yesterday, because I loved that.
Yes.
And when I watch your videos, I'm fascinated by it, because you don't know how things are made.
Right.
And you don't get to see that behind
all the stuff
scenes.
that goes into these products.
Right. And it's very fascinating. How many formulas did you have to come up with before you were like, this is
finalized?
it?
It was like over 32 of them. I think we finally, it was like number, I think 34 that we were like, okay, this is perfect. This is great. We love this.
Was it like consistency? Was it smell? What was it that you didn't like about the other ones?
So the beginning few, it was like you have to figure out the right chemistry of the chemicals working together so that nothing's separating. And then you have to test it in like a heat oven to make sure that that's passing all the testing. Once you have all that, then you have to make sure that it's the consistency you want. And then also, okay, can this come out of a pump? Are the order of the ingredients, are those the most important? Because, on the list of an ingredient, the first ones are always what are in there the most, and then the last ones are the least. So it's always the most ingredient to the least amount in there. So we were like, okay, like, how can we, yeah, that's actually with everything, even with food.
I guess if you're like reading a cereal box, it's like wheat.
Yeah. Is the number one. Yeah. And so with wheat.
Is it?
So it's like that with
main
all
ingredient in cereal.
Yeah, with all things that you buy, they have to list those ingredients in order of the most to least.
Interesting.
Yeah. So we were like, well, like, how can we play with these things as far as like, let's make this the best. And so that's how we did.
And same with lotion.
Yeah.
So it came out to like how many times with lotion, or how many like trials with lotion then?
Yeah, we were
same.
Also like in the 30s, where that one was interesting because so we have the banana extract that's in there, which is also, keeping all of our chemicals together. So that flashed it a little brown because it's, the natural of the banana. So we're like, okay, do we like what color this is coming out of the natural of the banana? Is this going to be weird when people put this on? So no, it ended up working really nice.
It's a nice white color that comes out, which I appreciate, because we have another brand that Ireland will not use, and that bottle's been sitting up there probably since she was 2.5, because it comes out yellow and it grosses her out. She says it's moldy.
Means that has gone out of stability, and that probably fell apart, and now
it's like,
it's probably not good.
Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna have to show you, but but it was like that when we first got it.
Oh,
it's always been like that.
Weird.
And so she just won't use it, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna keep it around in case I need something like last minute.
Right.
But every time she's like, ew, like she gets grossed out by it, and I'm like, okay, well,
that's funny.
Oh well, I mean, it's a bigger brand too, so I'm like surprised that doesn't like deter them, like our other kids.
Right.
I don't know. Ireland is different though. She's like kind of a
interesting
visual person in general. But anyways,
I'm not using that.
I know. So you're in this business with your husband.
Yes.
Your day to day, you're balancing babies. How is your dynamic working together? Because I think a lot of people always are like, I don't want to get in bed. I mean, you're in bed with him.
Thrice at least. We have 3 children. At least the 3 times. Yeah.
But people are like getting nervous, like, oh, I don't want to, get into business with my spouse or like a friend or whatever. But I think it's kind of is more like the overall vision, in my opinion. Yeah. But what is your like day to day look like with him? How do you guys balance that?
Yeah. It's actually funny because it's almost like a hobby that we have, where we'll even like dream up these random things that will never come to fruition, but we're always like, like what if we did this, or like this other idea, or like this other business, or like what if we, we're always coming up with these ideas where it's like almost like a game, or like a, and a lot of those ideas die, but it's that conversation where we're like, trying to like spark those ideas of thinking of new and how could things be better, or what we would do different, or this type of stuff. So it's actually really fun to work together and like try to push each other as far as like, okay, what's the next product, or how are we going to make that, or what's
do you guys find that you have to like sit down at the end of the night and say, hey, we're not going to talk about work right now?
Oh my
or gosh. Is it always just kind of like a healthy overlap?
I'm really good about it. I try to like shut everything off, so then I have to shut him off as far as his work, because then he's at work doing that all day, and then he comes home, and then we're trying to like talk about that, and I'm like, okay, now we're gonna shut this off, and we're just now gonna watch like Home Improvement, or we're gonna like completely...
Do you still watch Home Improvement?
Oh yes.
We just talked about this the other night, because Greg and I were not cable children growing up.
Yeah.
And it was like, sit down with spaghetti dinner.
Yes.
It was like Home Improvement. And right after that ended, it was like The Simpsons. Like, right after it. And we were like, oh, like that nostalgia.
You should go back and watch.
I know.
Yeah, that's pretty
What's
good.
it on?
I want to say Prime, but I don't quote me on
that's
that.
so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we're just talking about it. It's so funny.
It's good.
I love that show.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys create this business.
Yep.
You are not a new mom, but a new mom to 3.
Yeah.
What does your day-to-day look like? How much of your time is spent on the business? And how do you, like, do you use, I mean, I know you use the girls and you bring them to the lab because I've seen them in their cute little lab coats that they're adorable. What does that look like for you? Or how did you find that, like, how'd you find this calm in this chaos? Have you found it?
I mean, I feel like
is this helping?
I feel like as a parent, I'm never gonna find it. We don't find it, and I think people on this podcast are gonna get to know really quickly. Like, I'm kind of like a type C mom, where it's like in some areas of my life, I have like my poop in a group, like really good. But then like other areas, I'm like, I don't know, kids, we just woke up. Let's just go do this today. You know, like where it's just like, whatever.
Okay, time
blah,
out.
Blah, blah. Like,
time out. Quick side story. So I get to the gym one day. One of our other friends comes and meets us, and she goes, "You'll never guess what I just saw on the way here."
This is wonderful.
And I was like, "What?" She goes, "So I saw Megan." And I was like, "Oh, she's not coming to the gym today?" And she's like, "No, because she's on." Like, what are those things called?
Zip line.
A zip line. She was driving past like a busy
playground.
Road. Yeah, the girls, and she said the best part was that the girls were not near you.
No.
That they were on the other side of the playground.
They were like playing by themselves.
Alone were on a zip line. And she goes, and she saw her and thought, what is this mom doing? And then soon realized it was you.
It was me. But like, those of you that know me, it's like just so fitting.
And she didn't even seem like phased by it. She was like, yeah. And I was just like, oh, there goes Megan. And she goes, I just kept driving and got to the gym. And I was like, well,
I was at the playground with my kids, and then they were like busy, and I was like, man, that looks real fun. So I jumped on, and I was like, it was real fun.
Pull my back out or neck out or something doing that.
I felt like I was like Alphaba flying on my broomstick. It was great. I had my moment. Apparently, and everyone else saw my moment. I'm totally the type of parent, though, that like I play on the playground with my kids, where I'm like, let's go. Seesaw? Yeah. Saddle up.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So you, type C mom, balancing the chaos.
Yeah.
But I think you do a great job at it.
I try. Personally. I mean, I would love to be a little bit more type A, where it's like, I wish that I had a little bit more like organized systems or, you know, in place of stricter things. But then I also appreciate, I roll with anything. Like, I keep swimsuits, a towel, a bunch of stuff in my car, where it's like, if anyone called me, I'd be like, yeah, let's go. Oh, you're already there? Yep, we can come right now. Mosquito.
Is it mosquito?
Mosquito.
Yeah, we're in my backyard, and I think it's due to get sprayed next week, so they're out.
The Midwest.
They're hungry.
Yeah.
No, I like that about you, because you are always a yes person. But I also think that the type C kind of mindset is the reason why you and Jack are constantly coming up with new business ideas or new creative things. Like, if you guys saw my Instagram, like my messages from Megan, it's just like, we should do this. We should do this.
Yeah,
we should do this.
Idea.
And
here's
it's like,
mm-hmm.
And it's funny because I just learned about silencing my phone at night or doing the do not disturb, which makes it way more entertaining for me to wake up to in the morning, because you're up with Reese in the middle of the night. Yes. And I wake up and I have always like videos to watch, and they're all hilarious. And
I literally text her at like 11 p.m. last night, and I was like, we need to go to a school and we need to shoot some back to school things, and they're going to let us just go into the classrooms and bring our products in the scene.
And I was in my REM at that point. Yeah. Like, REM sleep.
Dude, that's just how my brain works. All of a sudden, like out of nowhere, like just a shot of through space, just like, oh yes, great, let's do that.
Yes, well, and then look at that though, because you're that mindset.
The filter isn't
now
really strong.
You created a brand out of it though,
through.
You know, and a creative, catchy brand that kids remember. Because I think a hard thing is like finding something that's like parents love it,
yeah, but
the kiddos remember it too.
Yep.
You know, like they know the brand. Like my kids are like, they'll look at a banana on the counter, they're like, a Banono, and I'm like, it's a banana, because you're about to go to kindergarten. Call it what it is.
Please just say it right.
You know, but it's cute because they recognize it, and that's what makes your brand memorable, but it has all the good things that come with it too.
Yep.
So what are some things that you really want people who are viewing to know about your brand that you find as a mom to be like your top 2 to 3 things that are like most important
about our brand?
Yeah.
Yes. You know what? I think it's a hard market to be in because there are a lot of clean and safe and big companies that are trying to make products for families and kids. But I think what really sets us apart is that, we're a family, we have a face, we're there as a contact.
Right.
Just like the story with the parents, she sent me the message and she had questions about like other chemicals that she had in other products. And I was, typing away, like answering her questions. It's me, it's us. We are answering these questions. And we are doing our best for our own kids. And we originally made them for ours when they were born. And I was like, these are so great. Why don't we share them with other people?
Do you use them?
Yeah.
Because she has great hair.
Well, yeah. I use the body wash and shampoo on my hair. And yeah, I love it. As far as other, yes, top to bottom. Shaving.
Does Jack like it top to bottom?
It's actually really good shaving, like gel. So I use it, and it's safe.
You hear that, ladies? Not just for your kids. It's for
Apples
your
and
men.
But no.
Or but yes. Make a mom's line. A line for dads to give women.
But yes.
The yesies.
Yes. Oh, another idea.
Here we go, guys.
Another product idea. Perfect.
Your new line that's coming out next year for women.
The yesies.
The yesies. So yeah, I mean, I like that. So you're the one answering it. What is your goal for the brand over the next year?
Fun. Other products. I mean, we'd love to get into. I mean, maybe let's get into some toothpaste. Let's get into some sunscreen.
Ooh, that would be interesting.
Yeah, we've maybe possibly been working on some sun care. Maybe we could get into some travel size stuff.
I would love travel size stuff because I'm so tired of the one brand that I can buy right now at the store.
Oh, literally, like the sky is the limit. I mean, like detangler.
I would love a detangler.
Yes,
actually.
May actually.
I was gonna text you about that.
I have to spray her hair with detangler because otherwise she like won't let me brush her hair because it hurts. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, okay, like let's use this detangler.
I will say your stuff is reasonably priced too. Yeah. And I just like this was just an aha moment. All of a sudden, I just remembered this because I did just get Ireland a detangler because again, she won't let me brush her hair either. Oh my, it was so expensive. Yeah. And I was just like, okay, I didn't look at it. It was recommended by my hairdresser. Mm-hmm. She was like, just get this. It's great. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Didn't look at the ingredients of it. And I feel guilty almost putting it on her because A, it's expensive. And B, I feel like it's marketed towards adults. So I feel like putting something.
Her hair.
Yeah, I just feel like putting it on my child seems weird. But I'm having a hard time finding something that's good for her. And her hair is like matted.
I feel like I know someone and I could get you a detangler. I have we're in the works of
I feel like we need to go get our husbands. Which, by the way, talking about working with your spouses, both of our spouses are actually in the other room.
Yes. Watching all the kids. Which is another great excuse to do this podcast because then we get a little alone time of no kids.
Yeah, joke's on them. This is actually never going live.
No one's ever going to see this podcast.
Going to see it. It's just an excuse to hang out. That's
is this mic even on?
It's not actually working.
Oops, we have to retake this one.
I did say that to Greg. I was like, we might have to retake a few episodes. He's like, okay. Yeah. Just let me know if Jack can come with.
Yeah.
Well, this is really great. As far as anything funny about your brand or anything, a fun fact. Like, actually, let's give us a fun fact about you and Jack. Let's get to know you guys, the founders, the creators. What is something that we should know about you guys so it makes you guys compatible and worthy of our business?
Oh, yes. Wonderful. Thanks so much. We've been together since 2011. We got married in 2013. So we've been together for a hot minute. Mm-hmm. Favorite things to do. We love camping. Spending some time outside when the Midwest allows.
This has been a weird year.
It's been, the last weekend was like freezing.
It's been cold. It's been stormy.
Yeah.
Mosquito-y.
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 Yeah, but otherwise, we're just, chill. We're down, and I think a fun thing is since we're both yes people, we try to encourage like our friends also to be yes people. Where it's like, even if it's not within business, if they're trying to do like if they're now into golf or like their kids are in a specific sport, we're like, hey, we're showing up. We're gonna come see you guys. We're gonna do the thing. Like, yeah, we're here.
Yeah, we love
We're
that
here,
about you
we're
guys. When I first met you, we hit it off right away.
Yeah.
But then I met your husband, and I was like, you know who's going to be best friends with your husband?
Yeah.
My husband.
Yeah.
So it's been a fun dynamic. So it's made this whole thing kind of come
easier.
to a
And
little
then
bit
our
easier.
kids get along too.
Yes. Well, yeah. Her number 2 is, I think, already setting the stage for marriage for my son. So it's so cute.
We had to send him a message. She made me send that.
Again, one that was when I was sleeping. It came through. I woke up to it this morning, and I was like,
last
oh my
night
gosh,
we
I
saw
love
a
her.
frog crawling
So
up the
cute.
side of our house, and she goes, I'm going to name it Indy, and I have to send this to Indy, and the frog's name is Indy. So send this to Indy. And I was like, okay, I get it.
And I think every time that I call you too, she's like, hi, Indy, in the background. And you're like, he's not there. Yeah. He's at school. Keep in mind, there's almost about a 3-year age gap between them. But it's so cute. We love that for them. I'd be happy about it.
To be determined.
I already told Jack, top shelf liquor at that wedding. Yeah. That's what I require.
So, I can do that.
You can do it.
I can do that.
Anything else we should know about you guys? Because you guys have a unique brand. Where can we find you?
Oh, yes. That's a great question. So you can find us on our website, applesandbanonos.com. You can find us on
which will be linked
socials. Below. Yes. We're also in a few stores, which is great. And I'll shout out to them too, because we love them so much. Teeny Bee Boutique, and then also Pacifier, and then a few more stores coming soon.
Pacifier's a big one too.
Yeah, it is.
I go there for a lot of like my baby gift needs.
Yes, right.
They've got a few different locations throughout Minnesota.
Yeah.
And they're a great brand. So congratulations.
Thanks. Happy to share it with everyone. So
yeah. Well, that's that to wrap things up. Congratulations. We're super excited for you. We use the products. We're going to list them below. Do you want to offer any fun? Like, I don't know, anybody who comments apples and Banonos or something?
Yeah, I'll give you a discount code. Let's do that. Why not? Let's work more.
Yeah. We'll see you on there. Thanks for joining us, you guys. Cool. You guys have a great rest of your day, and cheers to the hustle.
Thanks.